What have you got any tips or ideas if somebody wants to live more in the present of what they might choose to do?
It's a matter of how you organize. Again, I'm going to say how you organize your timeline.
Yeah.
So I'll give you a couple of different ways that generally people have their timelines. Some people, there are two major things to understand about the in time or through time. If your timeline is not going through your body any place, it's out here someplace. It could be over on the side. It could be going like this in front of you, but it doesn't intersect your body. That's referred to as through time because you can sort easily through time. Okay. I wish they'd have called it something different, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
Because the second way is if your timeline intersects your body any place. A lot of people have it running through their head. Some people it runs through their chest. Some people have it run through their stomach. Sometimes people have it going this way, but it's through their head this way. The past will be on one side. The future will be on the other side. The present, mostly in their head. That's going to be referred to as in time. Now, if you organize your timeline, I don't know how everybody has it at the moment, and I can't even see you guys and gals. And I said to you, take your timeline and put it out there in front of you, and might close your eyes, put it out there in front of you, and just feel what that feels like. And again, I'm not able to calibrate what each of you would normally do at the moment. And I say to you, okay, put your timeline back the way you want it, and then open your eyes. And then I'm going to ask you a question. And of course, I can't see your hands, but how many of you was that a little bit disorienting because you've never had it that way? You would never have thought about it that way. Okay, now do the next one. Take your timeline, right, and run it through your head. Close your eyes, run it through your head so that the past is behind you now.
Yeah.
Right. And the future's right there in front of you, but you're in the present is inside your head. But then I'm going to ask you to do one more thing before we do anything else. I want you to take the future and I want you to, with your hand, even though I can't see you, but this will help you out. Put your hand, where does your future begin? For most people, it starts somewhere 5, 6, 7, 8 inches in front of them. Take that timeline and pull it back. Move it back like with your hands and put it just behind your eyeballs. That way you're looking right into the future as you're acting in the now, but the present is still inside your head. That when you're thinking in the present, you're looking at the future. You can actually see the pros and cons of what you're thinking about.
That's interesting.
And then it makes it much more easier to decide about things. That's when you can actually take something, stick it in the future and see if it's going to work or not. But now take it back and take your timeline again and move it back out, put it the way you want it. Okay, however you like it before. And notice, was it, for how many of you was it disorienting? It's only disorienting because you're not used to it. But here are the two differences. When you're through time, in other words, you're dissociated from your timeline, means it doesn't go in through your body at all. It's outside of your body. That's when it's easier to keep track of things. You're more apt to be on time for things. But when it's intersecting your body and you're in the, that's when you're in the moment, by the way, when it's intersecting your body and the present is in your head, but your timeline actually goes through you like this somehow, that's when you're more apt to not care to pay attention. When you're at a party and you're having a great time, you're not thinking about time, you're in time. That's when that time, your timeline is intersecting your body. You're happening, you're enjoying the moment, you're enjoying the times that you're there. You're not thinking about other things. You might even stop for a moment and go, oh my gosh, oh, I got to get going. Oh my God, if I got a meeting tomorrow, I really got to get going. But that means you stepped out of your timeline for a second. And then you realized, oh, now I know what time it is. Otherwise, when you're really in time, you don't know what time it is. You're not paying attention to time. That's a good thing to do. That's a good thing to do when you're with your family, your friends, your loved ones, all those kind of things. So that you're not judging either, because when
you're making a better connection because you're in
always making a better connection.
Emotions.
Absolutely,
you're not able to look at it logically. So yeah, no, I get that. In fact, that's interesting because I haven't looked at it like that before. So I will play with that.
Yep, absolutely.